This is Katie Colleen here. Welcome back, Colleen Clan, or if you are new, then come join the family. Today I will be doing a review of the Sailor Jupiter school uniform from RoleCosplay. So full transparency, RoleCosplay did send me this costume for free so that I could do a little review for you guys. I'm going to be completely honest about what I think. We're going to be deep diving into construction, fit, cost. So I really wanted the school uniform for Sailor Jupiter. I got a gorgeous wig commission from Cosplay, and I wanted to get a bit more use out of that. I think it's the most expensive wig I own, and it is stunning. So this will give me another excuse to kind of get into Jupiter again, and also see what's going on with RoleCosplay, see what their quality looks like. I am curious. So I want to say this package came within 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. It was quite a bit faster than I expected. Okay, there we go. So it's just the top and the skirt of her school uniform, and this retailed for, I want to say, around $50. So I'm expecting a bit nicer quality. I would like this costume to last through multiple owners. I'm not sure how much I'll wear it, but I would like this costume to be good enough quality. I can give it to another cosplayer, they can love it, they can give it to another cosplayer, that cosplayer can love it. So that's what I'm hoping to get out of this costume. So let's see if it meets my expectations. Okay. Not bad, not bad. So their fabric choice is not awful. It is a little bit thin, so you can kind of see it's a bit sheer maybe. I feel like you would need to wear an undershirt under this, which you'd probably want to do anyways. This brown part is lined. I like that. The stitching on the collar also looks really nice. You can see how the stitching is on the side, but not on the side. It's completely lined. Oh, they have an actual button closure. I do like that. I notice a lot of cosplay shops will just use Velcro or hook and eye, but they actually put a button there. That's nice. Maybe it will not fit. It won't fit on Gertrude. Okay, there you go. Gertrude is a bit bigger than me, even at her smallest size. So here we are. Now it does have a facing. So that's this piece of fabric. On the inside, it's not a full lining, so the top isn't fully lined, but they do have a facing. And again, they have a nice facing on the bottom. So I don't see any raw edges, which is pretty good. I mean, you have the side seam here and everything's serged. So no raw edges. They do have a little zipper on the side to get in. So that's nice too. That means that this is gonna have a really nice fit to it. Now for the front detail. This is just sewn on, so I imagine with her costume, this would have been kind of a corset lace-up, like you'd probably have little buttonholes that the string would go through. And so what they did is they just have a piece of string, same material, and they just sewed all the edges. So it doesn't have the buttonhole lace-up, but in order to have the buttonhole lace-up, they would have had to make it completely lined. They would have had to do a whole lot more work. So for the cost, I think that this is a fine way to do this. All the ribbon is nicely top stitched down, and they did use the same sort of material for the brown. I could see them wanting to cut corners and use kind of like the shiny, like satiny for this brown, but they didn't. They used the same nice uniform fabric for the brown as well as for the white. So that looks really nice. You can tell they pressed their seams flat. All the seams look really, really nice. So my only critique for the top would be that I feel like the fabric is a little bit on the thinner side. But if you did want a much thicker fabric or want it completely lined, I would put this more in the $100 range. So for this only being $50, I feel like this is honestly pretty good. And I think this probably will last a while. You can see the neckline, it has a facing, it's doubled up. The bottom has a facing, it's doubled up, same with the sleeves. There's not a lot of places it could tear. So let's take a look at the skirt too. Nice. Oh, this actually looks much nicer than the product image. So when I was looking at the product image of this skirt, it didn't have nearly as many pleats. It looked like it just was not nearly as pleated as it is in person. So that's really nice. I feel like that's kind of a bonus I wasn't expecting. Putting this many pleats in takes a lot of fabric, so I wouldn't have been surprised if they wanted to cut corners and just put less pleats, make it less full, but they didn't. This has all the pleats. Everything is properly hemmed, and for the closure, they have a big button at the top, and then they have a zipper to zip it in. So honestly, I have nothing bad to say about the skirt. Again, it'd be nicer if it was a thicker fabric that you would actually see more in school uniforms. I think this is a bit thin. If you really wanted this fabric and a nice thick twill, it would put you in a much higher price range. So I think that this is honestly very fair for what you are paying. I'm going to try this on myself, and then I can give some thoughts on the fit. I think it's a bit on the tight side. You can kind of see it's a bit tight in the shoulders. Now, I did give them my measurements as well as saying I'm a size small. I don't know if they actually used my measurements for this, or if they just gave me the traditional sizing. I would imagine they just gave me the traditional sizing, size small, without custom fitting it to me. As far as accessibility goes, for those of you that are new, I do have mobility issues with my joints. So these zippers are the smaller invisible zippers, so I can't really hook onto them with my little tool. So that's a bit tougher. They do have buttons, which are also hard, but I do have a little button tool that I can use to get the buttons on. Okay, buttons done. The skirt fits very nice. The skirt fits like a dream. I love how the skirt fits, and this skirt definitely is high-waisted. You can see how nicely it fits on my waist. This whole costume is non-stretch, and while they do have the zipper on the side to help you get in, if you are in between sizes, I definitely recommend sizing up. I would rather this be a little bit too big than too small. You can also see, I feel the sleeves are just a bit short, but that was not a size on their sizing chart, and I do have just long arms. So looking at the cost, I just want to give you an idea for how much it would cost for me to make this, because I did for a while think about making this myself, because I do want to do more Jupiter looks. So I have this fabric that's been in my stash for a while. So this is a white solid stretch twill fabric, and it is $17 a yard. Oh my gosh. So at $17 a yard, I'd probably give myself a yard and a half to 2 yards for the top, and then another 2 to 3 yards for the skirt. So if I were to make this costume for myself, just buying the fabric, this bolt would be about $85. And then I would need to dye the brown fabric, and I would need to sew it together, get a pattern. So I think that this is definitely worth it for what you're paying. I'm going to iron this out a little bit, and I'm going to get on the wig and get into the Jupiter outfit, and you can see the full reveal of what this looks like when it's all pressed and presented properly. So let's get into cosplay. Oh wait, I missed something. There's still something in the bag. I was so sure this was just the top and the skirt. I believe this is a belt. What is this? What is this? I might have to look at the product image. What is this? So I have this belt with a little bow on it, and then it comes with a little clip, like a safety pin clip. I'm gonna take a look at the reference images and see how she wears this. Okay, so I figured out the belt situation. It's actually a bow that you're supposed to like pin to the back of the skirt. So I just pinned it to the back of my wheelchair harness and that works. So we figured out how to wear this costume. That was the first step. So if you would like to purchase this costume or any other costume from the RoleCosplay website, then you can use my code Colleen for 12% off. And I feel like this is a pretty good value for a school uniform. I feel like the quality matches the price really well. So if you're looking for something that kind of gets the bang for your buck, I definitely think this fits that for the cost. So remember, use my code Colleen for 12% off. Full transparency, I do get a small commission when you shop through my link. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!